So good morning, everyone, and here we are in Bilbao in the Global Pensions Program, another year. And this time we are with Dariusz Stanko. Such a pleasure to have you here from IOPS. So brief questions, just gonna go over it. So what is the role of IOPS, just to get them to know you?
Okay, so thank you for the question. Thank you for the invitation to this event. So IOPS is the International Organization of Pension Supervisors, which is the standard setting body, basically gathering at the moment 88 members, pension supervisory authorities mostly from 90 jurisdictions. And our main goal is to develop standards, to share the knowledge amongst the members and also the others, and organize some kind of exchange of the common wisdom. So that is the basic role. And the secretariat of the IOPS is located in Paris in the OECD.
Good. So we already had you in this first panel. How was it? How did it go?
It was very interesting for me in the way that, like usually we are rotating within the policymakers or supervisors space, and here I had a little bit of more exposure to the industry. So listening to what the industry is doing was very interesting. And I think the topic is quite hot, the digitalization, or all the new technologies. This is something that is affecting all of us, including pension supervisors and the current pension fund members and beneficiaries. So it was good.
And we'll have you tomorrow too.
Yeah, that seems like you're counting on my.
Yeah, we're counting on you. We know the role of IOPS is really important for us. So how do you find having this type of programs and events?
This is very informative. I think that it also, as usual, has the value that people can interact at the outskirts of the event. They can see how the other countries, other jurisdictions are thinking, and sometimes with the current world, actually, there's a lot of interesting things happening in the jurisdictions that you would not suspect. I would say there would be, there's a lot of new leaders, let's say. So the more such events you have, the more likely is that you will not only develop that network of people that you can ask a question, but also you can learn of things that sometimes go unattended within your particular zone of expertise or your geographical, let's say, focus.
Good. So I'll just go around two main topics, as we've already discussed. The thing about AI, that is a big thing actually right now. That's the panel where you come from, that you've already discussed. How is that going? What's happening with that? What can we expect about AI going with the new pension systems? What can we expect about that?
Well, probably we should ask the AI to answer this question, but I would say, well, there are a couple of areas where you can see the potential application. So basically, it can help, as I've been talking mostly about that, it can help supervisors in enhancing their supervision, which is the main job, is to provide security for pension fund members, and also to make sure that the efficiency of the process is not only secure, but the efficiency is also high. So in terms of the supervision, like analyzing the data, taking the decisions, and seeing some patterns, that is something that probably for the supervisors might be a great advantage. Also, there is a lot of potential benefits for the pension funds or this type of schemes, because they can facilitate their administration, they can facilitate their communication with the members. And then for the members themselves, because it can help them to take various decisions. In some systems, pension fund members can take the decision about the asset allocation. In some of them cannot, but still they need to find the information about what is the system, what are the rules, where they should be retiring, a lot of questions that sometimes you cannot get easy answer because of the capacity issues. So I think that this is very promising. Of course, there are some challenges as well.
For sure. And just to end our conversation here, let's talk about the sustainability of pension systems right now with population aging, families changing. How are IOPS looking at that? How can we make pensions able to work in the next few years?
Well, I think that this is the mainly policy question, so it's not very much to the IOPS, but some of our members have the mandate, let's say, to be a bit wider than just prudential supervisors. So I think that, as I was also alluding to that, in some jurisdictions, the answer to the changes in the system is to provide new opportunities, new ways of getting into the system. So for all those who are in the informal economy, or for all those who are, even in developed countries, are somehow outside of the regulated market, I think that there's a lot of potential initiative that the pension supervisors together with policymakers can do. Aging in general, well, that's the problem in terms of basically it's a problem of economic growth, whether there will be enough, let's say, cake to divide between the people. But it also has some kind of technical issues because, for instance, pension supervisors need to also switch more attention on the consumer protection and making sure that the needs of those people who are elderly, frail, or which the projections also say there will be a lot of people with dementia issues, that you need to devote some special attentions to them. And one of the potential solutions is also, for instance, to set up some legal representative for those people so that you are sure that their interests are not unaffected. This is like a very technical issue related to the aging, but also when you talk about the aging, or which is related also the maturity of the pension systems. Of course, you start with the pension scheme or pension system, and over the time, with the population getting older and older, you will have the situation that there will be a bigger chunk of people who are close to their retirement or even retired. It has impact on the asset allocation of pension funds. It has also impact on the requirements of the liquidity. It has some impact also on the macroeconomic situation. So I think that it will be quite interesting and challenging for all, not only for the pension supervisors.
So good to have you here again. Thanks again for coming. We'll
Thank
have you tomorrow too.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks again for coming.
Thank you.